The PA. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. Muscles him off. They can't tackle him. Oh, that's sweet. What an effort. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Wilson wants a different look.
Run it, run it, run it. Alert, 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 alert. Got it.
Off play action. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Slot man moves right. 4th down. Here's Wilson.
These guys running back out of the backfield.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
The Eagles at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Got
a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Falcons, nothing.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Robinson on a give right side. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Robinson again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Penix.
Rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency.
And Owen coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Wilson. Looking here for Smith downfield.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throw left side, there's London.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London,
34 yards.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And looking to throw, Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
No pass, no pass. Fair.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
On the move past the 40.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Eagles 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Bradley Henry set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 7.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Now he's free at the 35.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Penix
on the move to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts
from 6 yards away.
And the Falcons take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Tight. Tight.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Troy Anderson.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one deep for London.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
35 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll roll him out right, and he fends him off. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To the air, Penix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. Good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Punch left, punch left. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Down the sideline he goes, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 40 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine.